Children, today we are going to learn ninth lesson of history, that is Pratapgarh makes history. Before I start this lesson, we'll see what we have learned in previous lesson, that is defeat of internal enemies. We have seen how Shivaji defeated internal enemies, how he built Pratapgarh on Bhorpia hill, and how the conquest of Javli doubled the territory area of Swaraj. Now we'll see the lesson Pratapgarh makes history. In this, first is Adil Shah's perturbed. What do you mean by perturbed, children? Perturbed means unsettled. Adil Shah was unsettled. Why he was unsettled? Let us see. The court of Adil Shah at Bijapur was passing anxious day due to the growing exploits of Shivaji. The Sultan summoned all his Sardars to court to take stock of the situation. All the Sardars, including those known for their exploits and those comparatively unknown, attended. Badi Sahiba, the Dogar Queen, who personally looked after the Adil Shahi administration from Bijapur, was also present. The one question before the assembly was how to bring Shivaji to book and break his revolt. Let us see what it means. First of all, perturbed means unsettled. As we know, Shivaji was not treating fairly with Adil Shah, Nizam Shah and Mughals. His exploitation was growing, due to which Adil Shah was disturbed, and he called upon all his Sardar to take stock of the situation. Badi Sahiba, the Dogar Queen. Dogar means this is a title given to a widow of a king, who personally looked after the Adil Shahi administration from Bijapur, was also present. Everyone was present. The Sardars who were known and not known for this exploitation, they were also present. The one question before the assembly was how to bring Shivaji and to break his violent action. Revolt means violent action. Badi Sahiba asked a straight question to her Sardars. Tell me, who is willing to march against Shivaji and put an end to his rebellion? Children, here rebellion means refusing to accept the rules. The one who refuses to accept the rules which are being made, that person is called as rebellion. हिंदी में बोले तो राजद्रोह. The court became silent. Everybody sat quietly in his place and starting looked at the next person, for who would dare accept the challenge of fighting Shivaji? No one have a dare, because so many people know the strength of the Shivaji. Though he have very less army, very less people in his hand, but his mind was very sharp. He was a vigilant person. He was a brave person with a sharp mind. So everyone was very quiet. No one dared to accept the challenge of fighting Shivaji. Just then, a giant of man came forward and bowed respectfully before the throne. See, when there were kings, the people who are working for the king, they won't stand. Children, when principal sir comes in the class, you stand up to wish him. Yeah, in the same way, that time in front of the king, the person, whoever comes, they first bowed. Bowed before the throne means as a jhukna. Jhukna respectfully. थ्रोन बोले तो राजगद्दी, जो राजगद्दी पे बैठा होता है उसके सम्मान में झुकना. That is called a bowed respectfully before the throne. And who was this person? This person was a Afzal Khan. The Khan accepted the challenge. The Khan accepted the challenge and picked up the bitter leaf from the saver as a mark of acceptance. Saver means silver tray, and bitter leaf बोले तो पान का पत्ता. As a challenge of acceptance, he picked up the bitter leaf from the silver tray and said, Shivaji, who is Shivaji? I shall arrest him and bring him here, or if that is not possible, I shall bring his dead body. He was very mighty. He said in front of all the court that Shivaji, who is Shivaji? I shall arrest him. There is no big deal. I can do this work easily. Nothing is impossible for me. I shall bring him his dead body also. Afzal Khan was one of the mighty Sardars at the court of Bijapur. His physical powers and strength were unbelievable. He is very strong person. His physical power is so high that he can bend a crowbar with his bare hand. Easily, he can bend a iron bar with his hand. He was a past master in achieving his end by an unavailable means. This Afzal Khan had accepted the challenge of bringing Shivaji to court, dead or alive. The court was highly pleased. Everybody thought it was the end of Shivaji and that he would be brought to Bijapur either alive or dead. Everyone was aware of the Afzal Khan's power and strength. But do you think, children, physical strength or physical power is more enough for getting something? I have seen the people who having this, they can't use their presence of mind. They can't work from the brain. They are proud of their physical appearance only. They thought that, okay, I am very much strong and I can do anything. But we are not supposed to underestimate the power of a person who is not physically strong. Here he has mistaken. Let us see what happened. Afzal Khan left Bijapur in great pomp. He was accompanied by a huge army, fully equipped for battle. Afzal Khan left Bijapur. He marched towards the Shivaji, Maharashtra, and he carried with him a huge army, and whatever equipments or tools are required for fighting, he carried with that. He was previously the Subedar of Vai for 12 years and knew the country well. Vai comes under Maharashtra. So that is the reason he was aware of all part of the Maharashtra. Because that time train and planes were not there. People has to go by walking or on horse. But all people can't go on horse. Some people has to go by walking. All this full army, very huge army, and with so many things, so they go by walking only. He marched on Maharashtra with full of pride and confident of success. He have a confidence on his powers, on his strength. He thought that definitely I am going to get a success. So, when Shivaji comes to know that this is going to happen, Afzal Khan moved from Bijapur towards Maharashtra. He understands that Swaraj is in danger. At this time, Shivaji was at Rajgarh. He got the news of Afzal Khan's movement. He immediately saw that his Swaraj was in great danger. As I said earlier, Shivaji don't have a big army. When he established his Swaraj, he have only 12 Mavlas. So how many people he gathered? How many people are there in his army? Way less as compared to Adil Shah. And when he got the news, he was at Rajgarh. So he understood that if I am going to face Afzal Khan, then I have to lose, because I don't have that much power, manpower, to fight against them. But he did not lose courage. He knew that the Khan was full of stratagem and had a huge army with him. Shivaji's kingdom was very small in comparison, and so was his army. He could see that he could never hold his own in open battle against the Khan. His only hope was in some strategic move that would take the Khan by surprise. In consultation with Jijabai and with her blessing, Shivaji Maharaj shifted his headquarters from Rajgarh to Pratapgarh. As I said, when Shivaji got the news of Afzal Khan's march, he was at Rajgarh, and he immediately understood that Swaraj was in danger, because he knew that Khan will come with full planning and with a huge army, and he will never hold his own in open battle, as he don't have that much manpower against the Khan. So, without losing his courage, he thought that he can surprise Khan by his strategic move. He consulted with his mother Jijabai, and with her blessing, he shifted his headquarters from Rajgarh to Pratapgarh. I think, children, you have understood till here. Whatever words you come across, take down the meaning, take out the meaning from the dictionary and write down in the textbook itself. Because whenever you are going to read the lesson, it is going to help you to understand the lesson. I know this EVS 2 is new for you in 4th standard, and you won't, and there are so many new words in this and you won't understand. So better you write down all these meanings in the textbook itself. Okay children, in the next video we will see Afzal Khan's counter move and Shivaji's and Afzal Khan's meeting place. Thank you. God bless you.